There's always so just.
Oh.
Peter Luger's two things every day.
I gotta make up the last one.
It used to be.
I wouldn't trust him to work at home anymore.
I know.
What do you have, maybe for what, 2-3 days?
Hey.
And we're
You
up.
ready?
Let's do it. Let's get it over with.
Okay, call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Ms. Belisca? Present. Mr. Kaminsky?
Here.
Mr. DeSarno?
Here.
Mayor Morgan?
Here.
Mrs. Jaffray?
Here.
Mr. Cogan?
Here.
Mrs. McKnight?
Here.
Salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is a public meeting of Borough Council for Providence County, Union State, New Jersey. Adequate notice has been given in accordance with PL 1975, Chapter 231, that annual notice of revision was made in conformance with Section 13 of the Act. Before we do anything, I want to have a moment of silence. As you know, we had a school shooting yesterday, and 3 people died. There's like 6 that are wounded, and let's give our thoughts and prayers to all of them. Thank you. Okay, I need approval of minutes for December 3rd, please.
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
No, so be it. We have a couple correspondence, 2 from Rebecca Caniglia about Marion Avenue, a request for new parking. Union County Commissioners, public notice at the reorg meeting. Any comments? Seeing none, we'll go to council business. Lisa.
Oh, I'm up already. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Resolution 2024-335 is a resolution of the Borough Council of the Borough of New Providence, County of Union, State of New Jersey, adopting a handbook with standard operating procedures for the board, commissions, and borough committees. So this is what we've been talking about. It took us a bit to get it out, but it's a great document. Everything is all in one place. And it really does establish, structure and purpose for the boards, commissions, and committees.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen is every council member will get one. You are to share it and explain it to the committees that you are the liaisons for, and it just to go over the rules and the procedures and all of that.
Okay.
Nothing is, can I make a comment?
Mhm.
Nothing is really, there's not a lot of new things in it, it's compiling it all into one place. So all of the SOPs in there that were existing, it's just to make it easier and put it all in one place.
And it's soup to nuts, every board, every committee, every commission, and was looked at with great detail. I would like to just take a minute to thank, Bernadette for all of her work, Councilwoman Belisca and Councilwoman McKnight.
And yourself.
They really, I skirted the edge of this. They were very detailed and very thorough in the examination of absolutely every aspect of it, from every detail to meetings to formatting to everything. So it could not have been done without the work of those 3 women. So we should all appreciate that.
And that said, it's a living document, so
Mhm.
we will.
All right.
It'll evolve as we evolve.
Okay, engineering, Alex.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-336. Resolution approving progress payment number 3 for Portofino Builders in the amount of $261,668.98 for the NJDOT FY 2023 Maple Street Improvements Project. This is approving the final payment. I think we all agree it came out beautiful. Resolution 2024-337. Also, resolution approving final payment for national water main cleaning in the amount of $7,352.62. This is for the 2022 sanitary sewer lining project, also final payment. And the last one, resolution 2024-338, resolution accepting the proposal from Collier's Engineering Design, Inc. for the professional engineering services related to the municipal storm sewer system Tier A permit facility inspections. So this approves 2 of the tasks that are needed. The remaining 3 tasks will be addressed in 2025.
Okay, great. Finance, Diane.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-339 is a resolution authorizing payment of the attached bills payable list in the amount of $892,459.42. The biggest one is what Alex just talked about, Portofino Builders in the amount of $261,668.98 for Maple Street. Then we have Murray Hill Hospitality LLC, $121,317.13 for a tax judgment. We had this in a prior resolution. Our December appropriation for the New Providence Library in the amount of $98,258 and change. U.S. Sports Institute for $46,504, and that's for fall adult and youth programs. Grand Sanitation, which is November recycling, in the amount of $32,445, and JCP&L for November electricity in the amount of $20,679.06. And then Resolution 2024-340 is a transfer resolution, and it's approving the transfer of funds within budget accounts, which is common at this time of the year. And kudos to our finance department for doing this, because sometimes when you don't have money to pay people like Union County.
Okay. Legal, Pete.
Resolution 2024-341 is a resolution approving membership in the Garden State Municipal Joint Insurance Fund and approving the joint trust agreement. This is approving the indemnity and trust agreement in the Garden State Municipal JIF for 3 years as required by the state statute. The Garden State Municipal JIF has provided a consistent insurance program for the borough of New Providence since 2010.
Okay, personnel, Alex.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-342. This is the salary resolution. So this salary increases for borough employees that are not covered by a collective bargaining agreement and is stipulated by our employee handbook. The increases become effective on January 1st, and these are all in line with other collective bargaining units.
Okay, we have 2 raffle applications for the Community Service Association, RA 1227 and 1228, and they have been properly prepared and reviewed. So we go to Public Works and Alex.
Okay, last one, Resolution 2024-343. Resolution approving requisition R24-02448 for Rapid Pump and Meter Service Company, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $27,461.53 for repair and conversion of Summit Pumps 1 and 2 at the wastewater treatment plant, Bergen County Co-op number 21-13. So just replacing those 2 pumps.
Yeah. Okay, committee reports. I just want to say a few words about the Night of 1,000 Stars. It was great, the tree lighting, the kids had a blast. But I want to thank the diner. They donate the hot chocolate, and the Lions Club serve it. And Patrick Club, they served and made the popcorn. It was a great night. I want to thank the high school select choir and Elefante Music for providing the music. They all did a great job. Susan Peterson, she was great with the all the electronics. I know that can get pretty hairy sometimes. It was pretty cold that night too. But Allison, she started a gingerbread house contest, and that was great.
It was so cool.
And there were some really good entries. So I want to thank everybody involved who did that. It was a great success, like every year, and it gives me a chance to wear the tux once a year. But
And the hat.
yeah, and a hat. Gotta wear the hat. But the one thing I did want to bring up, public safety wise, is drones. I did go down to West Trenton to the state police headquarters with the mayors. There's 565 mayors in the state. There were about, I'd say, 150 of us that went. The state police Colonel Callahan, he explained everything to us. State OEM director was there, and Homeland Security was on the Zoom meeting. We got exactly very, very little out of it. There was nothing to tell. What I did find out that local law enforcement and state law enforcement are good on the ground. Anything in the air is FAA. We have no control over it. If something comes down, then the job is to call the state police and the FBI, and they will come and secure the scene. There's a lot of things going out there. I even heard on TV, and I saw a clip about nuclear radiation, and it. Dan Henn is on a conference call with the state police every single morning. They never said that. One of the things I tried to impress on the mayors when I was there is that we have to be in sync and giving out the right information. One mayor goes out and says one thing that's not totally accurate, all of a sudden it blows up in all the conspiracy theories. It's not good. So I give you my word that whatever I hear, I will pass on to the community. Nothing should be hidden. This is all our lives. And we're all concerned about it. It's just the weirdest thing. And we see them. Anybody goes outside, you can see them, and the federal government's telling you, oh, they're not there. Well, I see it, it's right there. And airplanes don't go back and forth, up and down, like they just don't do that. So we will keep you informed as soon as we find out anything. We'll put it right on the website. I will post it out. There's a number of ways. And I will get a hold of Bobby Pierce so she can put it out. So I just want everybody to know that we are on top of it as much as we can be. And hopefully there'll be a quick resolution to this whole thing. But I honestly believe the colonel when he said he knew they don't know anything. I don't know if I have the same confidence in our federal partners, but I just want to make that crystal clear. So does anybody here have any questions about the drones? No? Okay. Diane? Oh, no, one thing I do want to say is that, we went through the Thanksgiving season, and I think everybody that lives in this town are thankful that they live here. It's a great town. We all have a lot to be thankful for living in this country. We see what's going on around the world. But now it's the holiday season. And we're thankful for what we have, but there's a lot of people out there, and even in this town, that are going through some very hard times. A lot of people have lost loved ones over the past year. The holidays bring back all the memories. There's people have some mental health problems. They have a hard time getting past things. There's, people have financial problems and, medical problems. It's a tough time for a lot of people. So we're very fortunate. We have a very, very generous community. So if you need to see a neighbor that needs a helping hand, help them out. You have the CSA that you can reach out to. They can give temporary help to anybody in New Providence. You have the Link Food Pantry. If somebody needs food, in fact, when we were in Atlantic City, there was a guy that came up to me and he said, I need to get to Brigantine. I don't have any money. And he was a shambles. So he said, do you have $5.35? So I gave him a $20 bill. I said, get yourself something to eat too. You know, it's just the right thing to do. So, but I know how generous the people in this town are. And you don't have to look too far in this country. I mean, you look at the people back in North Carolina, I mean, they're still living in tents. It's just a shame. So at any rate, I just wanted to bring that up and thank the town for being so generous during these seasons. Okay, Diane, sorry.
It's okay. And further to, there's, I think, OLP and a Presbyterian Church,
Yeah,
and there's a lot
there's a
of
lot of
different
places.
food pantries.
And tomorrow, just to finish on that, tomorrow, the Presbyterian's having that drive-through.
Oh,
dining.
Yeah.
yeah, the
So
meals.
if anybody, for any reason, needs to have a meal tomorrow, they can drive through at the Presbyterian and Kate Forbes home-cooked meals.
Who I know they're good.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
very good. Very good. And then I don't really have very much, but, you know, thank you to our first responders for always being there. And I know during the holidays, there's a lot that goes on, speaking of fires and in the kitchen. So thanking them in
You went on
advance.
the bus.
I did not. And actually, Board of Ed had their last meeting of the year, and Jen Collet and Rebecca Coniglio are rolling off. So thank you for their service. And our very own Bernadette Cucaro had 10 years of service. So next time you see her, congratulate her.
Okay, Matt.
So I do want to say thank you for your thoughts for those that need help and things of that nature. So that's a very important thing for me, as you all know. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. Our high school teams, their winter programs are kicking off. So I want to just wish everybody in all of their programs, whether they're sports or any of their extracurricular activities, good luck this winter. And I want to wish everyone happy holidays.
David, thank you. Pete.
I have nothing to report, Mayor, but if you're going to mention at the firehouse the other night, I think you all attended. That was a.
Yeah, the firehouse had their annual elections, and we thank Vinnie Wyco for being chief the last 4 years, and John Signorella was going to be the new chief.
Yeah.
So we wish everybody a lot of luck. And then one thing I should bring up, Bernadette usually brings it up, but the Passaic River Bridge is scheduled to be closed right after the first of the year. So
Get ready.
they told me that it was July 19th. So they keep bringing it on. But hopefully, the later they get, they're building the bridge itself now. So the longer they wait to close it, the faster they'll get the pieces in it. So hopefully that'll be a godsend. So,
And EMS had their elections too recently.
yeah.
So thank you to.
President over there.
Yeah, Jess is the new president
Congratulations.
and old president. Yeah. Okay, Nadine.
Basically nothing to report, but just happy holidays to everybody.
Alex.
Not much on the committee's end, but both Councilman Comiskey and I attended with that the cricket club had, and Matt can probably speak more about it than I can. I have not attended the previous ones, which I believe were much smaller, but this was off the hook. Packed. Seemed like hundreds of people, just lively. They gave out all their awards, both for the men, the women, and for some of the kids. A DJ who seemed to like me too much, but it was just a wonderful event. I think as Matt told me, just seeing how this grassroots program grew from a couple of people thinking, let's do something, to packing up a huge
community.
banquet hall. Yeah,
That's great.
it's excellent.
Yeah, but I think, Alex, you and Matt should both be commended as well, because I think you were the perfect people to help them grow. Matt from all his experience with the lacrosse program in town, and you from a soccer perspective. So it's been a wonderful partnership there.
Yeah. So just like Nadine, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
Nothing to report here. Same sentiments. Happy holidays. Enjoy your friends, your families. Be safe.
Keith, you have anything?
I do not, you took the thunder about the Passaic Ave Bridge on or about January 7th. That is for
Our
today.
reorg.
For today, that's it. Yes, we'll know.
And our reorganization meeting will be January 7th.
Yes.
Okay.
Next meeting.
All right. Anybody wish to address council, give the name and address? Yes, Linda.
Linda Gleason, 118 Woodbine Circle. About the bridge,
Mhm.
I live right off of
Right.
there. You know, we use it every day, just about. So we're not sure about the date. I mean, all that I.
It's a county project, so.
Yeah,
we're-
no, I understand. There's
yeah.
nothing on the county website at all. Zip.
I know.
The only way I know about it is I was driving on River Road today from Berkeley Heights, and all of a sudden there are these display signs.
That's how they told us we were gonna know the date, by the
Yes.
message boards.
They put it up today. I noticed it today for the first
Yeah,
time.
me
Yeah.
too. I drove that yesterday and they
January 7th.
weren't there. Yeah,
We got a quick note, I think, the end of last week, that they're thinking about closing, the very first week of January. But
Right.
they didn't give us a specific date.
Once we
Well-
have a date, will we post it on our website just to let
Well,
everybody know?
they're saying the
Right now,
seventh.
the sign is accurate. That's what it's saying, on or about January 7th. And that's consistent with the release from last week.
Okay.
well, do our downtown businesses know this?
Yes.
Because they,
Absolutely.
okay, they do, because they took a hit last time when nothing happened. for
Right,
like 4 months.
I go to all the business meetings and they're well aware of it, so
I don't think anybody else is. That's the, you know, like you saw it, yes, I saw it today for the first
Yeah.
time, so,
we'll blast it out,
yeah.
you know, because it's gonna be a good 6 months. They're saying a year, but I think because they lost 6 months, they're building the bridge as we speak.
Okay.
And I think they have all the materials, so. The holdup was the utilities, the gas and the water mains and JCP&L, it's all underneath the bridge.
Right.
So they were the ones that were holding the whole thing up, I think.
Do we know, though, that when the last time when it was closed for no reason, you could go, like, use Passaic Street up to Commonwealth Avenue?
Yes.
Is that going to be the case
Yeah.
still? Because the signs say Passaic Avenue.
Right,
Passaic
but
Street,
local traffic, you'll be able to go up to the triangle
Okay,
and on the Commonwealth.
okay, good. All right, thanks.
Yeah, okay. Yes, Alan?
Alan Swanson, 47 Overhill Road. I mainly have a couple of questions. The first one is on the affordable housing that I asked about, I think, 2 meetings ago. I'm just curious as to where we are. We're 6 weeks away from the deadline for, well, you're accepting the 210 or you're questioning it or whatever. I'm just wondering, and you said there would be information coming out about that. And so I'm just wondering where we're at and
We're waiting for the planner. right
No new
now.
update.
And Mayor, she sent an email to Bernadette and
I can't hear you.
The planner sent an email to Bernadette and I think last week, indicating that the state had just put out more new data, which has caused her to, kind of go back to the
Evaluate.
drawing
When we
board.
say plan, this is a plan that's coming from the state?
The numbers are coming from the state.
Numbers.
The numbers that are
I thought the
they're being
numbers came out in
required.
October.
They've got more data, is what she said. They just sprung more information on her, so she's still in the process.
So then the numbers are going to change? Is that what?
I'm going by one email she sent last week telling us this, that they changed the numbers, they gave more data. That's as much as I know right now.
I guess that's why I'm asking questions about this.
Well, as soon as she does her analysis, we're going to share it
Yeah.
with the public.
We haven't received any new data. What she was supposed to do is she was supposed to go back and evaluate how she felt the number was. That's what we're supposed to get next. Once we get that information, we'll pass that on to you. There's no
I'm
new
not sure I understand
information
that
from us.
The number, you can go to the state and the number is out as 210.
Ellen, he just said that the state came up with new data and she just got it, so she has to reevaluate the new data. The state changed the data. So we gotta wait and see what that, hey, maybe we'll be lucky, we'll get less.
I guess this is why I'm asking the question here, because I mean, I'll go to the state and find out what the heck they're doing, but,
Oh, that'd be nice.
That would be great.
I just, the answer is that we don't know. We're waiting for this and we're analyzing that and we're not sure if the numbers are going to change.
I think that's the wrong assumption. She's done her analysis. She
Yeah.
just received more information, so now she has to reevaluate. As soon as we have the report, we share it with everybody else.
Okay, well, I'm glad I asked. That's,
If I might, I just pulled up her email, which actually was from December 3rd. She said, "We finished working through the DCA fourth round numbers, but because it is a DCA we're dealing with, they released additional data last week. This new data shows the specific pieces of land for each town the DCA identified as developable and therefore contribute to the land capacity factor of the methodology." And then she just talks about some sites that she's working on. And she said, "I've already noted several issues. For example, they identified land around train tracks, but we're going through it piece by piece to determine accuracy." And that's
See,
where
this-
she's at.
See, this is what always concerned me. They come up and they look at a map and they see empty land, but they don't realize that it's wetlands. They don't understand that it's by the railroad tracks, you know? And I don't know how the environmentalists square this up with the density housing. I don't understand how that works. So thank God they got smarter people in Trenton and Wheel. But, at any rate, that's where we're at.
Yeah, well,
clear as a bell.
Yeah.
Okay. The other question I have is, I have on the agenda, I can refer to something on resolution 335. It's not all the time. A lot of the resolutions are, we're going to pay this bill, we're going to pay that bill, this person is being elevated. I get it. On occasion, there are resolutions that you might want to look at the documents that are associated with it. And so I'm interested in 335, where it says there's a document. If someone was interested in looking at that before it's passed and becomes a document,
It's actually a handbook for council committees. It really doesn't even pertain to the public, but you're more than welcome to look at it. There's
So,
nothing in there.
We've
It's just-
discussed this, this multiple times, okay? The document is for us to review and approve at this meeting. And once it's approved at the meeting, it is then publicly available for you.
it's not
And you
public
can
until
read
that
it all
point.
you want. It's really just to affect the
Yeah.
rules and boundaries of committees. That's
And reading standard operating procedures.
well, I'm proud of myself. That's exactly what I predicted the response would be.
Well, it hasn't, like Matt
hasn't
hasn't, it hasn't been approved yet, so.
We can't
The
introduce
process
it to the
hasn't changed.
public until we've approved it at this meeting to be introduced to the public.
No, I get it. I just, I'm just was using this as an example. There are on other occasions, and sometimes it'll say that there's a document. Perhaps it's not the best example. The final thing that is just another comment. I've been coming here for about, it's going to be 6 years. And I think December of 2018, before you actually did this room, was when I was talking about working on making sure that the hearing, people with hearing disabilities. I have a more severe disability than it appears. And so when you're not speaking into a microphone the way that I'm speaking into this microphone, I mean, I have my hearing aids turned up. I can control them from my phone, and they're turned up as high as they'll go. If they go any higher, they'll be squealing for you, and people will be looking around. I just want to remind you again that anytime that you're here and you turn and you go like this and you talk to somebody, or I lose it. I no longer hear what's going on. So, and I didn't get my hearing aids turned up soon enough to even hear any description that you gave, Nadine, on the first the resolution I just mentioned.
And that was.
And it's just, I'm just saying that just so you have just one specific
Yeah.
example. I mean, there are a couple examples tonight. That
Alan, do
it's-
I need a microphone?
I'm sorry?
Do I need a microphone?
No.
No, okay.
I think I brought that. I said I've been coming here for like 5 years or more. And I think one of the first things that I ever said as it relates to hearing this is that I have no problem with you. So I'm not sure
I don't
whether
know
I
if
should
that's
make
good
a
or bad.
comment. Is that a good thing or is that a
I have one
bad
of those Irish whiskers.
thing?
Yeah.
So it's just a reminder for you because there's technologies out there that can really, I mean, you could, way back when I first brought it up, the response of it said, what if somebody that came in and was just totally deaf? And the response was, oh, we would get somebody who, could sign for them. And as I think I've pointed out over the years, if you came in and signed for me, you might as well bring somebody then that's speaking Russian. Because it's about 5% of people that have severe hearing losses that understand sign. I can do the alphabet and stuff, and we could do here all night, but it's just important to know that it's an invisible disability. It's really, it's more debilitating than people understand. I can't watch I have to do closed captioning on a television, or I would drive anybody that's around me crazy.
Yeah,
So
I do
that's just,
too.
I just,
Because my wife likes to watch those English shows, especially the ones from Scotland. I can't understand them. I gotta read.
Well, subtitles.
now you see, you bring up a very,
We're swamp people.
an absolute, a very good point in terms of educating about this particular disability, which is that I can't be in certain environments and have somebody standing right here next to me that has certain kinds of accents, and I don't understand a word they're saying, and I can be right there almost next to them, and so it's just important to know that it's really essential, and that's why I've brought up, Bernadette's not here, but the Board of Education has this great system, and when you push a button and this big light goes on that tells you that the microphone is right there, and it draws your attention to the microphone, that it's really essential to do it. And they also have working microphones that you can carry around when you're doing a presentation or citation or something like that. So I just wanted to remind you again on that. So, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Kathleen.
Good evening, Kathleen Dolan, 12 Laurel Drive. I just wanted to mention there was a webinar today. I don't know if any of you attended it. The League of Municipalities put it on about the fourth round of affordable housing calculations, and they explained how it was done, and they mentioned that there was new information. So you can actually, I mean, it's public. They're going to publicize the recording, and you'll be able to go on and hear what they're talking about, what the new data is. So what you described on the email it's from a different department. So even the people that were doing the calculations didn't have that information when they were trying to figure this out. So they were just as frustrated as everyone else because they don't want everybody to have to redo their work.
And I guarantee you that it'll change again.
It'll change again. I know it's an iterative process. But anyway, I just wanted to share that was very helpful to listen to that. It was only 45 minutes. And then with respect to the SO document, I think the only thing that, with respect to what Alan was asking about for that is when you're not in the government, when you're a citizen, a resident, there might have been an opportunity to get some input from people who are on the committees about the way that the document is laid out and the content of it. Just to make sure that, if there are things that we notice as being on a committee that was never really clear to us and it still isn't explained in this document, but the fact that you are planning to approve it, hopefully you'll still be able to accept input
Sure.
from people who review it.
We said it's a living document.
It's a living document, so I think that would probably be part of the instruction is to ask everybody on the committees to say, please look this over by the end of January. Can we get your feedback on it? And
So
expect to come back for another round.
let's be clear, right? This document's our document, right? It's our
Yes.
document.
Understood.
Okay. The committees are
Our
committees. Our committees, right? So like everyone said, when it goes to committee, after we've approved it and it's in the committee's hands, if they have comments on it, we're more than happy to hear those
Yeah.
comments, whether or not we want to tweak them.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's
Okay.
not owned by the residents,
when
but
was
they
that-
are
when was that,
participants on the
When was
committee.
that seminar again?
Today.
You mentioned
It was today, yeah,
Oh,
at noon.
What time?
Noon.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
My 2 cents, knowing how hard they worked on the handbook,
yes.
it's fair to say it's modeled after the Sustainability Committee, how well that runs.
Oh, is that right? Well, then we'll have no
Everybody here
worries.
just about served on the Sustainability Committee. I think it's one of our best organized ones. And a lot of these rules were already in place for every committee. And as Diane said, it was really just finding a home base for everything.
Yeah, all the rules are already there. I think some committees forget that they're there. Some committees forget that they've received things years ago and over the
Right.
years and multiple times.
Mhm.
I know that a lot of times we hand out things and people say, oh, I've never seen them, but
And
Yeah,
sometimes,
they have.
it's hard to find, right? So there were
and
just
people don't like to ask
procedures
questions.
of how to run the meetings and how to ask for things and how to get things posted.
Mhm.
It was out there, it was just in different places.
And now it's all in one
It's all in
place,
one
which is
place,
perfect. Yeah, so I think it's going to be very helpful. Thank you for doing it. That's it.
Okay. Anyone else? Seeing no one, I declare the public hearing closed, and I need a motion for items 1 through 10. please.
So moved.
Second that.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Belisca?
Aye.
Mr. Kaminsky?
Aye.
Mr. DeSarno? Mrs. Joffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Cogan?
Yes.
Mrs. McKnight?
Yes.
Can I have a motion to adjourn this meeting until
Oh, actually,
6:30 on January 7th?
6:45.
6:45.
6:45.
6:45?
6:45.
Okay, 6:45.
Go ahead, Pete.
So moved.
Go ahead, Pete.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye, no, so be it. And I just want to wish everybody a merry, happy
Very happy everything.
Christmas, happy New Year, healthy New Year, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa. I think I was told that during this holiday season, there's 29 holidays, different holidays.
More than merrier.
But you know what? We all have the same pretty much values, and let's just be good.
I've-
Thank you.